Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, everybody. I know I'm here at nighttime, right? That's a doozy. Well, I had a little time today. I was off today, so I was going to come and join you all because there's a lot I want to talk about. I know you guys saw my thumbnails. Thanks for joining me. Please make sure you drop that diamond on your way in or on your way out. Please, that's hit that like, drop that diamond. Thanks for joining me, Queen Diva Sephora has a clone TCB. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for joining me. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this because just like everyone else, I run the streets and I was running the streets. I have my earbuds in, even though I'd be super busy, I was still running the streets and I was running the streets. Hey, Angela, what's going on, baby? And I saw some very interesting things. I was on in a couple of lives, and I think you all know you probably have seen the same thing. And I always look at things a little different, whether you like it or not. I look at it a little different. I call it the flip side because we look at one side and don't look at the other. Now, a lot of content creators don't care for these content creators I'm gonna talk about, and a lot of them do. Some of them are really loved on these streets. You have to respect that because they've been here a long time and they have a huge following. But everybody don't like you. Mhm. Everybody don't like you, and that's okay. That's a good thing. You don't want everyone to like you, right? You want to be your own person, your individual. You want to be a free thinker, your individual self. So you don't want everyone to like you because everybody not gonna like the way you move. Everybody don't like me, and I don't like everybody, right? So I know that. Hold on, let me adjust the screen 1 minute because I think I have my like. So we know that. We know everybody don't like us and we accept that. But what we do know is that people do foul things, things that they really shouldn't do just because they do. Take, for example, the Rico situation in Cat. Of course, everybody's talking about it. I'm going to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it a little deeper and a little different. And I have a relationship with YouTube ship and relationship with Rico. So I think I can always be real with it. Might not like what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it. Lady Nyca, we have a YouTube ship. I respect her. She respect me. We cordial. Brianna and I. And you see that. And of course, Tasha K. Everybody likes Tasha K. That's how we got here, how some of us got here. So congratulations to Tasha K on her 1 million subscribers. That sister, like her or not, she do her thing and she did her thing and she earned her 1 million subscribers. So congratulations to Tasha K. Congratulations, TK. And we like her, and a lot of people don't like her. But one thing about it on YouTube is when someone likes you, they like you, and that's just what it is. Okay, thank you. I'm getting a text. That's what it is. The people like you, and there's nothing that you can do about it, and there's nothing other people can do about it for the ones that don't like you, the hateful ones, the mean ones, the envious, the jealous, the vicious ones. And everybody is not a victim. Everybody does do their dirt down here. So we're gonna talk about something I heard when I was going to bed last night. I was over in Pizarro's playground. I call it Pizarro's playground. I was over there as I was falling asleep. I was listening. Hey, baby, how are you? Happy birthday. I was falling asleep, and Pizarro was playing this video. And it's this video of this lady, I guess, apparently has some type of beef with Lady Nyca and Brianna. Now, she never mentioned Pizarro. It was Lady Nyca, Brianna, and Rita. Rita. And here's the scary part about it. I don't know if it's because I was going to sleep that I just got a chill, just some eerie feeling that something bad was going to happen or this person was real. Now we know there's a lot of bullshit. They do a lot of faking on here. It's all entertainment, but things are real. And I felt this in my spirit, and I was a little cheered. I had got a little eerie feeling when I was listening to the video because this lady was for real. Now, whether you believe her or not, I don't know who she is. She may have a mental illness. That's what it sounds like. But she really believed in her mind that Brianna and them had did something to her. She believed that they had set out to some way bring her some type of hurt or harm. She mentioned the word kidnap. Now, that's just not a light word. She said that they had sent these people to kidnap her and to harass her. And Bree had sent her subbies. Now, that's hard for me to believe. I don't believe it. But what I did believe and what I felt, and you have to go to Pizarro's and listen to it because I looked, but I couldn't find the YouTube channel, but Pizarro played it. It was so eerie, and you could hear that woman was for real. She really thought that this shit was happening. Now, I don't know if she have a case of some type of mental illness, or does she know does she know Brianna and Lady Nyca? Do they know her? I think at one part I may have heard that they said they think they knew who she was, and that she frequents the chat, and she had been around here for years. She may be in my chat. I don't know, because I didn't hear who they said that they thought it was. And you want to be very careful when you make accusatory statements. You want to make sure you're talking about the person who perhaps it could be. But it was real eerie to me. I was like, damn, this person sounds like they believe what they're saying. And that's where the scary part comes in at. Now, if that person really believed that, and that person is going to set out to do something to Brianna and Lady Nyca, maybe they don't, I heard Lady Nyca say today she wasn't worried about it. That's cool. But I say this to always be cautious and take precautions, because you never know what somebody really would do, because we really are dealing with people who have intertwined this virtual world with their real world. And perhaps we have some mentally ill people running around here. And it doesn't take very much. Hold on. Let me see this, because they saying something. It doesn't take very much for someone to snap. We was talking about that the other day, how so many parents are killing their children. Children are killing their parents, senseless murders for no reason at all. We was talking about that in my last slide, because that's what it is now. That's what it's about. So when you think of stuff like that, you have to take this shit serious. Like they make jokes about Tracy calling the police every time someone threatens her. She has that right to, because every threat may not just be a threat. Some threats may be for real. Someone may carry through with the threats that they make. And that's the scary part about it, because we don't know these people. We don't know who we really dealing with. We don't know what will send them over the edge. We don't know what type of mental illness that they have. A lot of people with mental illness is not being treated. So they're not taking their medications that will stabilize their brains, that will make them think a little different and more rational when they're on their medications, because that's the purpose of it. It stabilizes the chemistry in their brain. So when they don't have that, they can commit some crime and a lot of times get away with it. Yeah. We've seen it. We know it to be true. And some people don't. But the lady voice was serious. And like I said, we don't know what to take, serious down on these YouTube streets and what not to take. But it sounded to me like she really believed what she was saying, and that she had some type of vendetta out for Brianna. She was really after Brianna. Now, I don't know how Brianna take this. I don't know if she know the person. I don't know if her and the person have some type of art or beef or whatever they want to call it. I just would recommend she go to the proper authorities. Don't take it too light. Lady Nyca is a woman close to my age, and they both grown. They can make a choice to do what they want to do. But I wouldn't take a lot of this stuff lightly anymore, you guys, that people say and do on here. That's when you need to call authorities. That's when you really need to, when people are making threats like that. And when they say, I know you know where you are. I know you do this. You send your people after me, your subbies after me. And the lady was just going into debt what she thought how they had sent somebody to kidnap her. Rita. Now, I haven't seen Rita in a couple of weeks. I wish all well for Rita. Rita has a special place in my heart. I like her from the beginning. I've always liked Rita. So I hope all is well with Rita and her family. But she was even talking about Rita, and they sent somebody to kidnap her, and the lady had a English accent. So I think perhaps she could be in the United States, or she could be over in another country, over in England, Paris, or somewhere like that. But she had a thick accent. They said they might know who it was, and maybe that's why they're not worried about this situation too much. But it was a serious situation, and if you want to hear it in details, you could go to Pizarro, because again, like I said, I didn't get all of it because I was going to sleep, but I was listening to Pizarro, so I took it serious. The way the lady sound, I was scared. I was just scared for them. So that's why you see Lady Nyca and Brianna picture up there, because of this lady who has some type of beef with them and was threatening them. And she sounds serious to me. She sounds like she could have been psychologically ill, and that she believed that they were trying to kidnap her, and that she was set out to do something to them. And just because she has that accent does not mean that she does not live where they live at or live close by. So I just wanted to say, no, the English lady didn't threaten to kidnap Lady Nyca. The English lady believed that Lady Nyca and Brianna had sent someone, and Rita, she named Rita, if I'm not mistaken, that she believed that they set out to kidnap her, and that they are doing this harm to her. Sending subbies to harass her on her videos. Now, I've never even seen the lady video. I just heard it on Pizarro's last night, but she really believes this. And if you listen to the video, go over to Pizarro last night, she played it, and you tell me what you think. Come back and we could talk about it. It definitely sounds like the lady believed this, and that's why I thought it was an eerie live and a scary live, and that those women should really do whatever is necessary by law for them to protect themselves, because we don't know. Because if this lady really believed that Brianna and Lady Nyca and Rita and whomever is trying to do some harm to her, and she believes that in her heart of hearts, perhaps she will act upon it in the way that she said. It was a threatening statement. So I hope, all is well for them. It is very crazy, sick people on these YouTube streets, and we playing deadly games. Some of these people play deadly games when they do that back and forth with these people, because everyone is not playing with a full deck. That's what my mom and them used to say. They not playing with a full deck. They crazy. So you have to look out for these people, So that was it. I wish them, both of those ladies, well, and I hope they stay safe. Now, I was also going to talk about this cat situation. And Rico know, I dearly like Rico a whole lot. I do. And when I see wrong, I call wrong. But I also heard him say something that resonated more with me than anything. And like I said, I like Rico. He's another one who has a special place in my heart, and nobody can take that away. Rico does his dirt on these streets. He's not liked by everyone. He puts his business out here. He calls himself being transparent, and that's okay because that's the way Rico lived. That's who Rico is. So we're not gonna try to make Rico be any different than Rico or who he is until he gets ready to do something different. But everybody don't like him. So yesterday they showed a video where Rico, little cat, he take this little stray cat, and the stray cats are a little different, but cats are cats. They're very playful. I don't like cats. I definitely don't, but I like dogs, and I keep a dog. I've always had a dog, right? Or grand dogs now, right? But anywho, Rico had this cat, and apparently he was doing a live. And I'm sure everybody know about it because everybody's been talking about it. But I'm going to talk about it a little different because this is Mz.Teavalocity flip side. I look at things a little different sometimes. And like I said, some things he said resonated with me deep down in my spirit. And I'm going to talk about So Rico, the little cat, is sitting there with Rico. And Rico is doing a live, I believe. And the little cat must have nipped at Rico or scratched Rico. Rico turns around with all his might and punched the shit out the cat. That's animal abuse. Point blank. There's no way that I can fix it up, Rico. It's animal abuse. But did you realize what you was doing? That you was abusing that animal. And after Sassy, Langston, and I guess everybody said things to you, you know, Sassy and them was trying to talk to you, and at the end, I wasn't quite sure if you understood where they was coming from. It was animal abuse for you to do that. And by law, you could get in trouble. They had went to talk all about Vic, you know, Michael Vick, when he went to jail all those years for fighting the dog fighting. They had went all into that. And I thought it was deep. I thought it was steep, but it's reality. You have animal lovers. You have people who advocate for animals. And that was animal abuse to punch that cat like that when he was probably just playing, nipping at you. That's what they do. But what I picked up on more than any damn thing other than hitting that cat, saying it was wrong, someone called the cops on him. But I knew they would call the cops on him because dogs, I always say dog whistles was being sent out, and everybody don't like Rico. Everybody don't want to do Rico, see Rico do well. Rico done made quite a few enemies on here, and I get that. I get that. But it was deeper than that. It was deeper than that. What resonated with me is when Rico said two things. I want somebody to love me. Damn, is it okay that I be happy and want somebody to love me? That's deep. That's deep. I'm not about to go in this psychological thing or, you know, trying to break it down. But that was deep. I just want somebody to love me. Damn, don't y'all want me to be happy? Now, Rico thought he was doing a good thing. He was saving a stray cat. Or he brought that cat in because he wanted somebody to love him. And most animals will love you if you treat them right. They're not going to love you if you abuse them. But if you treat them right, most animals will love you. Yes, they will. And then you have someone to care for and that you could show love. Well, punching that animal wasn't a way of showing that animal love. That was a forceful punch. That was an angry punch. That was a sad punch. So, Rico, no, it wasn't right. But it wasn't right that someone called the police on you either. No, it wasn't right. But you have people on here that don't like you, and they will do anything probably to get back at you. Or it could have been someone who really loves animals and was concerned that you were going to torture the animal or you were going to harm the animal. So I see where they was coming from. But I thought that shit was a little deep that y'all called the police on whoever did it. But that's how they get down over here. So, you know, you should have expected it, especially when dog whistles was going out like, oh, somebody's going to call the police. Somebody should call the police on his ass. Oh, call so-and-so. They go call the police. Those are dog whistles. That means that's what they want somebody to do, or they're going to do it themselves. So they called the police on them. I thought that was a bit much, but they did what they felt that they needed to do. But Rico, it's okay. Get you a little kitten if you want to. Get you somebody, and you're right, you deserve love like everyone else. But you have to give love to get love. And what was even deeper than that is when you said, I don't think anything wrong with it because my grandmother used to punch me in my face. What do y'all expect? Trauma breeds trauma. So what do y'all really expect when everybody is there, dragging him about that? No, it wasn't right at all, but it's what he knows. Shit, he showed you what he know. You mess up, this is my way of disciplining you. He doesn't have any children. It was an animal. That's not the right thing to do. But how many of us got punched in the face when we did something wrong? And even though he knows better as an adult, it's still something that was taught to him that he thought it was all right to punch the animal as a form of discipline. That was the saddest thing of it all. All that other shit, I didn't care. I cared about him punching the animal. But what resonated the most was when he said, I just want somebody to love. Can I have somebody to love me? I don't think nothing wrong with it. Oh, hell yeah. My grandmother used to punch me in the face. Thank you, Queen D. I appreciate that, sis. My grandmother used to punch me in the face. I don't see anything wrong with it. You goddamn right something is wrong with anyone punching anyone in the face, let alone your parents punching you or your grandparents punching you in your face as a form of discipline. That's wrong. And had they been reported, perhaps they would have been in trouble by the law. They would have got in trouble with the law. So no, it wasn't right. It wasn't right. In no means was it ever right for you to punch that cat like that. A lot of times, if you talk to animals and you build this relationship with them, they tend to listen. But cats are very playful. So if you don't want the cats nipping at you or dogs, pawing or scratching you, don't get any animals, baby. And before, and I love you dearly, but I'm just going to tell the truth. I can't sugarcoat shit very much. That's just who I am. Love and accept yourself, Rico. Love and accept yourself, baby. It is people out here who love you and who's rooting for you. Everybody is not waiting for you to fail. Me, or I, for one, is definitely not waiting for you to fail. Oh, thank you for the Cash App. I won't say your name, but thank you for the Cash App. Me, I, for one, is not waiting for you to fail. I like to see you succeed in anything you set out to do. And no matter what people say or do or think of you, you need to make sure that Rico is okay. Rico, that you are okay. Okay? Don't worry about what everybody else thinks. Don't worry about proving shit. You guys get on here and try to prove who you are and you go back and forth. No, just be the best Rico you could be. If you think you're doing well and you're okay and all right, you feel okay and comfortable with how you're living, don't worry about what someone else say about you. These people, they talked about Jesus Christ. What makes you think you different? What makes me think I'm different? You got a jackass right here now in my chat saying you ain't fooling me. I mean, for what reason? Because they don't have anything to do. So they come in as a troll named Militant and Armed White Lady. I ain't fooling them. Who the fuck is that? I mean, like, who are you? But anyway, back to my regular scheduled program subject. So don't worry about that, Rico. Just be you. But I would advise that you take care of yourself, baby, before you get an animal. And someone will come by and love you just the way you want to be loved. Once you start, and you may not like this, love, once you really start loving yourself, someone will come by and it'll be better days for you and love you just the way you want to be loved. But work on yourself. Don't come on here and tell people your business. These people don't give a fuck about you. Excuse my vernacular. They don't give a shit about you because, Rico, you have wreaked havoc on these streets just as well as anyone else, and they have a right not to like you have a right not to like them. Everybody is not for you. You don't have to come here and tell these people nothing. And you know you got a thing for saying you transparent. You don't always have to be transparent because people don't care. And like I said, where you think that you transparent, baby, people think different. So don't worry about that. But if you want a cat or an animal and you can have one, get you one. Get you one. Because they are considered emotional support animals now. And they there for people. Most people, even in the nursing home, the skilled nursing facility, it they like animals to come in there for the patients because they like animals. They are emotional support for some people. So I get it if you want a dog or a cat. You just need to know how to love a dog or a cat. You can't punch them. I see this fool. Hey, Miss Goody Two Shoes. Thank you for the cash app. So that's that on Rico. So Rico, you do what you want, baby. I see you turned. I guess you must have turned your cat in today or whatever, and you may have to go to court for, I guess, abuse of the cat. I don't know. That's what I heard. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But right now, worry about taking care of you. Don't worry about taking care of a cat or a dog. Maybe later on, baby, when you're more stable and situated and you can have an animal. Hey, Miss Goody Two Shoes. So that's why Rico is on there. That's why Rico is on the thumbnail. Tasha K, big ups to Tasha K. Big ups to Tasha K. But I want to talk about affection, inappropriate affection, and appropriate affection, because everybody's talking about this Jim Jones thing. What's his name? Jim Jones, the rapper, and his mother. I don't watch too much of that shit. I never did like him or whatever. I think Chrissy, the girl, is a fool for being with somebody for 18 years and not marrying him. But everybody don't believe in marriage, so they doing what works for them. But I've seen a little bit of Chrissy. What was it? Chrissy, long time ago. And to me, she's a fool. She's a fool, but she his fool. And that's that. But as far as his mother kissing him, showing him how to tongue kiss, that's inappropriate. That's disgusting. That's nasty. That's unacceptable for your parent to ever put their tongue down your mouth, right? Or kiss you inappropriately. Now, my oldest boy, he always kisses me. My youngest boy kisses me. My daughter, she don't like kisses. She never have. She really don't. But every now and then she will kiss me, right? But I will never, my sons will kiss me on my cheek, and maybe they have ran up. I'm not going to say never, and probably pecked me, but never to a real emotional, intense kiss. That's disgusting. That's sickening. I wouldn't have never told anyone that. That is strange that Jim Jones would ever, that's his name, Jim Jones, right? That he would even tell someone his mother taught him how to tongue kiss. Again, just like with Rico. Just like with Rico. Kids live what they learn. Even as adults, you still live what you learn a lot of times. You know better, and most of the time you do better, but you live what you have learned, right? His mother she thought tongue kissing him was appropriate. He probably think doing more to women or tongue kissing them, putting his tongue down somebody's throat is okay. Probably don't think anything of it. He couldn't have thought much of it to come on and tell the whole wide world that his mother taught him how to French kiss or tongue kiss. So, see, that's a damn sickness right there. But he ain't think nothing of it. See how people just don't think nothing of it. That's his mother. That was a way of her showing him affection. He don't think much of it. Now, me, and I'm sure millions of other, think that shit was inappropriate and disgusting. And it leads me to believe, and Lord, I don't want to believe this because this don't have to be. What else that could have taken place that was inappropriate for a mother and son? I mean, really, you did that. What else? You know, what else? Jim Jones' mother taught him how to tongue kiss. Yes, Miss Duchess. Jim Jones' mother taught him how to tongue kiss. That's disgusting. It's disgusting, very disgusting. But he didn't think nothing was wrong with it because he was proud to say his mother taught him how to French kiss. Now, like I said, my son, without a fail, whenever he see me, he kisses me. My young son, they kiss me. But we don't sit there and French kiss. We don't kiss in the lips either. You know, they'll kiss me on my cheek. A lot of times, this is what I used to do, hold my boy's forehead and kiss him on the forehead, hold my daughter's forehead, kiss her on the forehead. I don't even kiss in the lips or nothing like that, but I will hold their forehead and kiss them. That's just something I did. But there's ways of telling your children about, kissing, sex, and all that, other than, illustrating it on them. She actually was illustrating it with them, so that was a little bit gross, but everybody talked about that. I was like, that's enough of that. That was sickening. And I'm not sure why his mother even told him why he told the world that. They could have kept that to themselves. I don't know if it was, I'm beginning to think, is it a publicity stunt? But what would he be doing a publicity stunt? Isn't he dried up? He's all dried up and his mother's nobody. So it wouldn't be a publicity stunt, I don't think. I think that's just what he wanted us to know, that his mother taught him how to French kiss. So I thought that was gross. I'm gonna drop this link. I didn't have much to say, but I said I was gonna come on tonight because I did want to tell Lady Nyca and Brianna just to be careful, protect yourselves, do what you think you have to do. Don't take everything lightly, because sometimes it may not be a content creator who don't like you, but it could be a staunch supporter. Like how the Republicans did what they did because they are staunch supporters of Trump. And you see what people will go to the extremes for people who they really care and like. They have this obsession, and they feel this need to protect. They think they protecting someone else. So even though you guys might take it lightly, it may be something that you should consider reporting. I don't know what you ladies gonna do. I didn't hear much about it, but be very careful, Lady Nyca and Brianna. And everything just don't take so lightly, because everybody don't like y'all. There's a lot of people who like you, of course, we know that. Well, you well loved on each, but there's a lot of people who don't like you. And sometimes people will pay other people to do things to you, and you just don't know. You just never know who lives in your area. So be careful, ladies out there. So I'm going to drop this link. You could come and tell me what you think. So let me see how I dropped the link. That's how I dropped the link. I have forgot about it. But let me tell you something. I want to say something about Pizarro too while I'm here. Like I said, I saw it on Pizarro. I saw it on Pizarro's live last night. I was going to sleep. I often frequent her live, and I stay up in the bushes because it gets a little wild and rowdy, but it's entertainment, right? And this could be a form of entertainment. We have found out, you guys, that so much of this shit that we see on here is fake. It's fake. It's not real. So we have to take it as a form of entertainment. But at one point, sometimes we have to take, hey, it's Jay. Hey, baby. Sometimes we have to take this stuff serious, because we do have mental illness running rampant on these YouTube streets. We've seen many cases where people have gotten, what they call pulled up on and got killed. You got beat up or whatever. So you have to be very careful, because mental illness is running rampant. But I love to go over to Pizarro's until they start all that screaming and then I say, okay, shit, I had enough of this and I leave. But I like Pizarro because Pizarro is Pizarro. Pizarro don't give a damn. She Pizarro. She gonna do Pizarro. She just don't care, and that's what I like about her. I don't give a damn who don't like who or what don't. Pizarro gonna be Pizarro, and she has a big playground. And Pizarro is doing real well. Whether you like her or not, she's doing real well. She has really good entertainment sometimes. And sometimes, like I said, the shit drives me crazy because everybody is screaming and talking over each other. And I think Pizarro done walked away from the live and they just going haywire, right? Because that's Pizarro. That's what she do. And I see people are trying to cop her style too. They walking away from their lives and it's still going on. Miss Pizarro be over in somebody else's live and she have a whole live going on. Now, I caught that long time ago. Hey! Oh, I gotta let this person up. Let me drop this banner though. Hey, 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 hey.
Can you hear me?
That is my long lost bootleg co-host. Hi, Duchess.
Hey, my thing is acting all weird. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Hey, Miss
yes, but I can't.
Go ahead.
I can't. I usually can hear myself speaking. I can't hear myself speaking.
You want to go out and come back in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to do that.
All right, baby. Go ahead. So anyway, Pizarro's every damn where. Pizarro's everywhere. She share lives. I go check out the lives. She do a little bit of conspiracy theory. She over in the black sector. She over in the mommy sector. I know she's over in the gambling sector because her and I watch the same person, right? But anywho, Pizarro's just Pizarro, and I think Pizarro is stuff is working real well for her because she invites everyone in. She networks. She does a form of network. Like I said, she played that video last night. Now, let me see, you guys. I ain't going to do this long thing, so hold on. I just need to get a banner. That's you, Duchess. You muted. Hi.
Hey.
Hey, bootleg co-host. Long time no see.
I know it's been a while since I done been up here.
I know. Last time we got in trouble together, you left.
I didn't leave because of that.
No, I know, sweetheart. I'm joking, but we got in trouble together.
Just remind me not to talk about teeth. Okay,
yeah,
so
don't talk about that. So, Duchess, you've been around. What do you think about that? Did you see that live?
No, and I'm leery about coming up here because I have no idea what's going on. But I just got a few questions.
Sure.
So the person that supposedly made this video that was threatening, I guess, several people. She was threatening to kidnap them, or she thought they kidnapped her.
No. Pizarro probably could help us, but she probably busy. Pizarro probably could help us more. The way what I heard, like I said, I was falling asleep. No, the lady said that Brianna and Rita, and I want to say, and I could be wrong, so please charge it to my head and not to my heart, that they were trying to kidnap her. They was planning or sending people to kidnap her. Hold on, is this Queen Diva? Let me hold on, because they have. Let me make sure it's Queen. So hold on, you guys. Hold on, you guys. Is that you, sis? Sis, that's you? Sis.
Yeah, I don't know. When I clicked up here, it was acting weird.
I don't think that's Queen Diva. I didn't add it to the stream, no, because my sister would have answered me. But anyway, so what the lady was saying, I know you sending your subs after to harass me and to come over to my lives and do something. And then, oh, that's my sister. Hold on. And then, thanks. Hey, sissy. And
Hi.
then she had went to the extreme to say, and I know that you guys was trying to plan to kidnap me, or y'all, you and Rita. I know about Rita and you trying to send somebody to kidnap me. That's what I thought I heard. Pizarro, am I right? So this lady really believes this, whoever it is, y'all. I wish they would allow, I wish I would have asked them, can I play the video, grab Pizarro video? Because you have to hear the way the lady was sounding. It was an eerie sound, and she sound, you guys, she sound like she really deep down her heart believed that shit. That they were sending subs over there. Yeah, they were sending subs over there or sending people to connect. Oh, I wish I would have got a Pizarro. Am I right? Didn't the lady say that Bree and Rita was sending somebody to try to kidnap her, Pizarro? Miss Pizarro, can you just come up for a few minutes and clear that up, baby? I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be stating. But anyway, the lady sounds so serious, you guys. I would have got the video clip. She sounds so serious, it caused concern for me. And it should cause concern for them. You can't blow off everybody. Some of these people are freaking crazy, and they'll make it happen.
Okay, so my other question is, does anybody know who this lady is? Is she known
I think
in the
Pizarro
streets
said,
around here?
now when they said the name, Chocolate London or something like that, I've seen a Chocolate London around, but I've seen that person around in a lot of chats for a long time. I think that was the name. Chocolate. I've seen that person for a long time. So when they said the name, I was familiar with the name. Okay, Pizarro, but I don't, because I thought, if I'm not mistaken, I thought I seen her in Bree's chat before. So I don't know if it's somebody that she know, but Pizarro could explain more. But yeah, it was a serious threat. She was saying that Bree was sending subbies over there. Thank you for the cash app. Thank you, babe. That Bree was sending subbies over there to harass her or harass her on her videos. She talked about Rita. She talked about Lady Nyca. She didn't mention Pizarro though. And she had talked about those are the only content creators I remember from what I heard her saying. Lady Nyca, Bree, and Rita. Those are the only ones. She even mentioned Rita. Rita husband beating her up. Okay, Queen Diva. Rita husband something about Rita talk about your husband beating you up on camera. She was just going haywire. Whoever she was. But you could listen, you could hear it in her voice that she was serious. She was very serious about what she really believed that, and that's the scary part.
It's like I don't know. I feel kind of weird about this because sometimes it's best not to bring attention to it.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's kind of hard not to.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
There's just so many people that I've seen on here that I think are seriously off that it's kind of desensitized me to it, to where I just don't even believe it. It's just like more talk.
I'm glad you said that, Duchess, because that's the problem. We have become desensitized. We don't take this shit serious. And that's when things will happen. And, it's scary because we just take it as, it's just normal. They threaten people every day. They pull up. They do this. And we don't take it serious. But it's a lot of people out there who have really taken this YouTube serious, and they becoming obsessed. They becoming real obsessed with some of these people. They are believing, they are becoming so cult like minded. It reminds me sometimes when I see these people in other chats and how they carry, it reminds me of a Jim Jones. I'm talking about the cult leader, a David Koresh. How people could love somebody and adore somebody, admire somebody so much that they would kill or do something for them.
Yeah, that's that to me. The threat and all this doxing and all that is not from the YouTubers, the people that are making the videos. For them, it just feels very phony to me, like they're just doing this for a bag. For me, the danger is with the viewers.
Right.
And you see these, you have one in your chat, the glow bots. These people that go around branding themselves for a lady they do not know. And they'll do anything for these people. And all day, I'm this nation all day, every day. And I don't know what that means and what they'll do behind that.
Crazy.
So
crazy.
And a lot of these people, once they dox you, they could live near you.
Exactly.
I don't want these people sitting across the street taking pictures of me all day like 5-0. Exactly. Like, there's some real nutty people around here.
But you know what? Like you said, we become, desensitized. We live in this, I don't care. It's just YouTube. It's not just YouTube. This is real people lives. This people live and breathe this YouTube. They are addicted to this YouTube. We talked about addiction. They have become obsessed with these people. These people in their minds are celebrities. We are a form of a celebrity once you get to a certain status on YouTube. You know that, right? Yeah, really. It's like a celebrity status. It really is. Like that girl hitting 1 million, Tasha K. People who have all those millions of views and they big, social media influencers, YouTubers, they are celebrity status to some people. And you know what happened to celebrities?
They get stalkers.
They get stalkers. They get stalkers. Exactly. And they get people who become obsessed with them. Is no difference here. Anytime somebody could tell you to put something to represent who you are, and I could see the game, I could see you playing the game on YouTube as these camps against camps. Some of those people are serious about belonging to you. Like you are their leader for real. I know you're talking about daddy's girls, right? Crazy. Crazy. Why would you put a tattoo of a woman on the internet on your face, anywhere on your body? Because people are needing to belong.
Yeah.
And whoever will accept them, and that's the same on this YouTube, we see it here. Whoever will accept them, they'll go with that person. And that person will become their idol. Think about it. That's as you've seen it.
I know, but it's like, I think part of the reason I stick around here is it's like fascinating to me. It's fascinating to me. It's like when you watch the National Geographic and Wild Kingdom videos where you want to see like how the lion is going to eat this big wildebeest. Like, you shouldn't watch it. Like, this is going to gross me out. I know, but I just watch it. just got to see it.
And I think a lot of us stick around and watch it because we are addicted to watching, just to see how far these people will go. If something really is going to happen to them, just what is going to be the outcome of a lot of this shit they do.
Facts. It's like a soap opera.
It's like
when I used to be addicted to General Hospital. Oh God, that was bad. Bad time.
It's a modern day soap opera. It's a modern day soap opera for this generation. It is. It is. The computer, this YouTube thing is good and bad. It's a double-edged sword. Some people use it for good and make millions of dollars. You got a lot of people, and then some people use it for bad, to do bad things with, and to do bad things on. But yeah,
so, let's just say that they do want to take this threat seriously. What do they do? Like, take the video down to their local police?
Yeah, take the video down.
They don't have a name.
But let me tell you something. Everything can be traced. Everything can be traced. They have an IP address.
But if they're in London, then they're gonna have to deal with a whole other country, Interpol and all that.
The person could be over there. She had a thick accent. Like I said, I wish I would have asked Pizarro earlier. Could I grab that video? But if y'all get a minute, go over to Pizarro's and listen Pizarro's and listen to it.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating. It had a very eerie, chilling feeling to it. But they seemed like I was in Lady Nyca's today. She didn't seem to mind. She didn't care. She told the lady, leave her the F alone, and she ain't worried about it, So maybe, again, you guys, we watch so much of this shit and think it's real and it's fake. It could be something fake, but I don't think so.
There's always that option.
Yeah. A lot of stuff, But so we don't know, you guys. But again, yeah, that was weird. It was really, really weird. Oh, maybe he talked to somebody. Yeah, it was like weird, but again, we don't know. Maybe they'll work it out. I don't know,
Okay, well, I don't have nothing else to say.
I don't stay no more than an hour. I don't stay more than an hour. I enjoy coming down here. I'm so glad to have you join me today, though. You had disappeared for a while, didn't you?
I sure did.
Yeah,
I came back in like December. I was sprinkling around, but I usually don't go to the chats where there's like a lot of people in them. Like if it's like 200 people, I just get lost in the sauce. I can't keep up. So.
I think at one period, I had to just pull back. I just said, oh no, I got to pull back. I can't do this too much. And I just took a break. I took a break for probably about 2.5 months. I didn't come on YouTube.
Yeah,
I just had to take a break.
Yeah, I was ghost. Usually if I don't drop down in the chat, I am not there. I'm not watching.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Hey, sweetie. Like this young
lady. I don't stay in the bushes. I don't stay in the bushes too well. I don't know why. I feel like if I'm watching it, I got to comment. I got to get my money's worth.
Sometimes when I'm up in that bushes, I tell you them limbs want to break so bad and I want to say something, but then I say it ain't even worth it. It ain't worth it. I'm not inserting myself in this mess. Just watch it as entertainment. That's all.
I haven't learned that kind of restraint yet.
Yeah, I see you twerking. Look, I see you twerking in chat. I see you. That's how I knew you was back, because you do a lot of twerking in chats. I said, look at my bootleg co-host. There she is. But yeah,
oh yeah, that's right. I was messing with you too. Whose chat was that when they were having the countdown?
I don't know.
Like
you was
messing
with me?
Yeah, the top 10 something of the year. Who had that? It was a dude, and I had never been there before. Oh,
I was there too.
You were in the chat, yeah, because I was cutting up that night. Oh, King Roman.
Oh, King Roman, yeah. Let me tell you though, y'all. Let me tell y'all. I've been getting my whole life watching MC Shaky drag Geisha 305 and Geisha 305 drag MC Shaky. I've been getting my whole life. He drugged Geisha for filth. I mean, now that's funny. That's comedic. They're doing it. They're not harming each other. They roasting and gagging. She came back and roasted and gagged MC Shaky. It was so damn funny. I sent it to Diva. It was the funniest thing. But I heard MC Shaky say yesterday, just like I've heard over here, and I can't understand this. Maybe somebody can help me understand. He was mad, right? Oh, he was, what they call it? Fish grease, hot as fish grease or something like that. He was hot as fish grease because Tiny of T.I. and Tiny, who he have done business with, right, did a laughing emoji under Geisha 305's video.
Oh, no.
And it was a verified account on Instagram. That Joker was hotter than fish grease. Oh, he was so mad at Tiny, and he said every time Geisha say something that he was gonna come back and drag Tiny's ass because he had a business dealing with Tiny, and he never mentioned her and Ti when they was going through their little thing with that little, three-way sex ring or whatever was going on.
Mm-hmm.
He said he never roasted or gagged or he never said anything about Tiny, but she had the audacity to, and all she did was put laughing emojis under
I
Geisha.
know those laughing emojis
That's
just be
it.
sending
Oh,
people
no.
to the moon and back. Man, don't put
But
the laughing
listen,
emojis in there.
but this is what I can't understand, Duchess. If this is for entertainment for us and laughing, why should it offend you if we laughing because somebody dragging your ass? Because I'm sure you're laughing with someone dragging someone else. It is what it is. It's supposed to be fun.
I mean, are they good friends?
Yeah, well, they were friends good enough that they did a business deal together. Him and Shekinah and Tiny was doing that. They was gonna do this little like reality show in Atlanta, right? And so he must have invested. So they were cool enough for that. And he was, oh man, oh shit, Shaky was hotter than fish grease, baby, because she
Oh.
was laughing in Instagram and it was her verified account. So you know it was her.
It, I get the initial reaction of it all. Like, okay, like if somebody was clowning me, like saying really, really nasty personal things, and my
Right.
sister is up there throwing up laughing emojis, I'm gonna be like, the heifer,
Yeah.
what you doing up in there
Yeah.
laughing at that?
Yeah, I
I
get
get
that.
that initial reaction of it, but
Yeah.
to act on impulse, that's always been a
Yeah. And you know where you
bad
could get
thing in
caught
my
up?
life. So
You know where you could get caught up in, especially with this YouTube thing, excuse me, is that Diva does it all the time. My sister does it all the time. And sometimes I'm in the bushes, she don't even know I'm there. She supports a lot of people. And over here they do a lot of dragging. They do a lot of back and forth. And Diva will go down there and she'll go high, she'll send up hand claps, she'll do everything, and she'd be behind sometime in the chat. And she's saying facts and they dragging the hell out of somebody she like.
yeah,
I said, well, Diva, did you know they were dragging? She said, no, I didn't until you said something. I was talking about when they said something else. Because the chat could be behind a lot. Because I see
yeah.
in the chat. So people think you there and you laughing at them and they say you in the amen and cheering section. I get it. But then a lot of it is just funny. It's for entertainment. You think
It
different?
depends. I mean, if you calling I mean, if you making, fat jokes and your mama's so black and all that, like, okay, I can get it. But some of the stuff I be hearing, calling people pedos and all
Oh
that,
no,
and
I don't find none of that shit funny. No, I don't mean like that. She
threatening to
wasn't going.
rape
No,
people or
that was
whatnot. Like,
just
no, no,
mm-mm. They weren't roasting and gagging like that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. They weren't doing
okay,
that. They was jonesing on each other, what each other had on. Like
okay.
Shaky has green hair sometime, right? Hey,
Oh yeah, she
Myra,
not
what's going on, baby? Geisha was talking
the
about she.
Incredible Hulk reads. So
Yeah,
yeah, okay, I got
yeah, she was, and then he had on this outfit. He was dressed in drags. This shit cracked me up. He was dressed in drags. She read him. She roasted him for filth in that outfit. But then she was dressed in the outfit, and he roasted her for filth. And they was going back and forth. And that's what I call entertainment and funny. But
okay.
that other stuff, pedals and calling, talking about people's sexualities and their health and stuff like that, I don't find that.
Mm,
And talking about kids and their disabilities, I don't find shit like that funny. No. Mm-mm. And a lot of times I bow out. You might see me at the beginning, but when it start going like that crazy, you probably won't see me comment again. You probably won't, because I leave a lot of times. I leave. So
it
yeah,
bees too much.
yeah, it gets to be too much, you know. And I don't care what nobody say. when they say, "Oh, it doesn't bother me," yeah, it bothers you. It bothers you. If someone's talking about your autistic child or your child with a disability or some type of health issue you have, it bothers you. It does because you're human,
Yeah,
and that's
definitely
part of who
that.
we are.
That
Every
definitely the initial reaction. I mean, it will sting at first, and then I
yeah.
mean that's how I process information. Like, dang, that's how I'm at first. Like, dang, it's like that, and then it's
Hey.
like, oh well, that person don't
Mhm.
know me, so whatever. Everybody
Well,
got opinions.
I get that too, and that's how I am. I'm like, well, shit, they don't know me, but still, if we have really gotten involved with this virtual world, and people have a level of respect for certain people, and people have a level of disrespect for people, and people have been here for years, and a lot of people like them, right? So it's not funny to them, and they feel some kind of way when you discredited them or you calling their character into question or perhaps their integrity.
Mm-hmm.
It will bother you because you have gained a level of respect here. Now, I'm very particular about my integrity and my character. So I don't want anybody to question, call it into question. But what I'm not going to do, because I don't allow people to control me, I'm not about to go back and forth with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because no matter what it is, Duchess, think about this, you guys, anybody else listening to this. You can see somebody do wrong, right? You know they wrong, right? You know they lied, right? You know they did something. And just because you like them that much, you'll ignore that.
Yeah, I can't. I
You will
can't do it.
ignore that. You will accept anything they do. So it doesn't matter sometimes because people will still like who they like. Whether they lie to them, whether they steal, whether they kill, they gonna like who they like. You're not gonna change that. So people do believe in standing up for their reputation. They
But
say, huh? Go ahead.
I mean, it's different when someone is attacking your integrity or lying on you, saying you did something that you didn't do. I
Mhm.
understand that, but when people just have opinions, like opinions just don't seem to bother me. Like, it's one thing to be like, oh well, Duchess said this about you the other day, and I did no such thing. I'm gonna be like, no, I didn't. That wasn't me.
Okay.
But
Okay. So
if
you,
someone is like, I don't like Duchess, I think she stank, then it's like, oh, okay,
okay,
carry
but
on.
this is it. This is it. Duchess, it does not matter whether you come up here. This is the reality of this YouTube world, especially over here. It doesn't matter if you didn't do it, you did it. If
This
they
time,
spin that
yeah.
narrative, or it doesn't matter. So why would you come and waste so much time trying to prove to somebody who already got their opinion about you? Why would you waste your time? Why would I do 100 videos going back and forth with somebody who
Well, I
already
don't
has
know
it?
about the I don't know about the 100 videos, but if somebody lies
We
on me, I'm
see
gonna
it.
say something.
We see
I,
well, even
I
if
gotta
you
do
lie on me,
I
who
gotta
am I
do it. I can't help
proving?
it.
Huh?
I gotta do it. I can't help it. It's the last
Yeah.
bastion of my
Yeah.
of me having human feelings. Is I do that
Okay.
does bother.
I get
Everything else does
that.
not bother me at all.
Yeah, I
I
get
do
that.
not.
You know what? It probably would be the same for me. I would come down here and probably try to dispel what someone's saying. But to go back and forth with them,
No, we're
nah, I'm
not.
not gonna do that shit.
I'm,
I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm not making 100 videos about nobody because
You
I don't
get
know.
5 minutes. I said 5 minutes.
Yeah, it should be a time limit to this shit. It becomes obsession. These people are obsessed with each other. It seems like. You know, it's like let that go. We need something new now. We've been hearing this for 3 years now. Some of this stuff
Yeah.
they get obsessed with people, but I'm not
I
going back
mean,
and forth with nobody like that. But sometimes it's fun and it's entertainment, you know. So I don't know. I've been on here now. I don't do more than an hour. Pizarro never came back because Pizarro probably somewhere else. getting some intel or watching somebody else's video. But I think Bree is live, and she moderates for Bree too. And I think Bree went live. So she moderates for her, so she's over there, but rightfully so. But I want, if you guys, if you didn't see that video and you want to see that video, I know a lot of us have this, we frequent the same chats and live, so you may have seen the video with that, but I did want to talk about that. It was very, very eerie to me.
Is it, if you remember, is it in the beginning, the middle, the end of the video? Because I can't be doing the vlog.
No, Pizarro shows it like in the middle.
Oh, okay.
No, she shows it like in the middle. Yeah, I think because I was falling asleep, she was talking to people, and then I heard the video. So I think it's in the middle. It's only maybe about 15 minutes in. Not very long, but you'll see because she brings up the screen and start playing.
Oh, okay, sweet. So we read all the avatar things.
Just go there, you guys, and listen to it, and maybe we could come back and talk about it tomorrow or another day. And because sometimes, you know, like you said, we become so desensitized, we don't believe stuff is true, but sometimes stuff really hits you. I thought it to be true. Now it could be, you know, it could be a storyline. What the hell? How do we know? We done seen so much not true shit on here that we thought was true. You know, it could be a storyline, but I don't think so. I don't think so. And it could be. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. But like I said, it was something that kind of shook me. It was something that kind of shook me.
Is this person trying to get to 1,000? Do they already have 1,000? Like,
I see, they never reveal a person's. They never reveal their YouTube channel. I went looking for it from the name. It said Chocolate London. So I went looking for Chocolate London. Of course, I was going to go look for it. They was just, when they said something about it, of course, we was going to run to see the video ourselves. But I never saw no person with that name. So maybe her YouTube channel is under another name. But from what I gather, it sounds like that she does videos. And it ain't her first video, but they said they know her. And that's why I wanted Pizarro to come over here. But I might have to ask Pizarro, go on her live when she go. And ask her, because she said, I'm almost sure Pizarro said they know who it is. And I heard Lady Nyca said, I know you by that name, but I know who you are by another name. So maybe it's somebody they do know that they have beef with. But I don't know. To be honest, I ain't stick around. Like I tell you, I fell asleep, but the part I heard was pretty eerie to me. Let me ask you guys, anybody in this chat know who Stop Lying TV is? They said that was another person too, another content creator, another person. I don't know who it is. Do you know who it was before Stop Lying TV?
No,
Robbie
I just know them by that.
Robbie.
Terrible with names. I'll be talking to people for years and I don't know their name. I go by the avatar. I go by the avatar. I don't know.
Fake news. Don't believe the hype. You think it's fake news, Tiva? You think that it wasn't for real? I don't know. Sometimes I get so kind of sucked in. I thought it was for real. It was kind of scary to me. Just the way this lady really sound like she was serious and that she had really believed that shit, that they was trying to kidnap her. And do you think it's fake, Diva? Oh, it could be. I don't know. If it is, it's just another storyline. Robbie, do you know who Stop Lying TV was before? Because Robbie been on these streets for a long time. Robbie on the rail.
Yeah, when people, a lot of people say that and they really don't know. I know who you used to be. I know who you are. It's like an intimidation thing.
Well, I think they exposed themselves by mistake one time. I don't know, because they never been in my chat. They could have been in the bushes, but I don't know. They never been in my chat. But Stop Lying TV, so I don't know. But like I said, you know who would know? Robbie, because Robbie knows everybody. Well, Robbie been here a pretty long time.
Yeah, I know.
So, Robbie been around. Robbie been around. I don't know who Stopping TV is, but they started Unbiased, but now are very baby. Yes, that's true. That's why. But they say they know who it is. Oh, I don't know what is going on. I'm just here to support. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was talking about. I was just talking about something I had saw on Pizarro's where a lady was threatening Bree and Lady Nyca, and she even mentioned Rita's name. And it was a real eerie live. She had did a live, imposing threats, but she really was threatening Brianna, like to do harm to Brianna. Not so much Lady Nyca and Rita, but to Brianna. She must think Brianna is doing something to her. And I was just saying, it sounds so real to me, you guys. It was a real eerie feeling, like to listen to her. But Pizarro has it on her live. Pizarro has it. I think it's like 15 minutes in. Would have grabbed Pizarro live so y'all could hear it. If I was thinking about it, I would have snatched her live up today, but I don't like
is it the live was there
from
one
last
yesterday?
night. She was on last night, probably about 10:30 or 11. So it's just like 15 minutes in, maybe. Just just red ball it to where you see her sharing the screen with a video.
Yeah,
The
that's what
lady
I'm
has
gonna do.
she has a very thick English accent too. At first they were saying,
Oh,
throwing out names.
like British.
Yeah, she had real thick British accent. Now, at first, I thought it was somebody else, but I know she don't roll like that. And to hear it, it wasn't her. And then they thought it was somebody else. So I don't know. But she had, mental illness is real, and it's getting realer and realer. And like Duchess was saying, it's so sad we have become so desensitized to it that we just blow shit off when we should really be paying attention. Let me see what Monty said. Let me get my glasses for Diva. Get on me. Oh wow, people need to get a real life. But this is real life for some people. This is all they know. Some people are confined to their homes. You could come on here and pretend to be who you want to be. You could threaten people. You could do anything. You could pretend like you are a princess, a prince, a king, a queen. You could pretend to be
A
anything like
duchess.
this is people real life now. They have really commingled this virtual world with their real world. And just because you see how Monty say that, you see how Miss Monty say, oh, people you'll never meet. Well, I wouldn't take that so lightly, because if someone's crazy enough and they really believe that you are doing something to them, and they really, develop this great disdain or hate for you, and they start festering them like a cancer, they will do something to you. They will. I mean, we ain't gonna run around here scary. Oh, me too. We ain't gonna run around here scary, but it is what it is, y'all. Everybody, we just can't blow off, because some people will pull up, right?
I mean, yeah. If you get a feeling like this person is really off,
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what
that's
they gonna
that's
do to them.
different. Because most
Mm-hmm.
people around here, they just blowing smoke.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of them are just blowing smoke,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It just was an eerie live, and I wanted to talk about it. But they gonna
Like,
do what they want to do because they grown and they ain't gonna. I mean, I ain't telling them to do nothing one way or the other. I just say protect yourself. Sometimes we think people are just blowing smoke, and you got some crazy folk up here. We see how they travel way from different states to come down here to disrupt the U.S. because of President Trump. You see how you know what I mean? They drove from all over the world to come over here for this knucklehead, for that insurrection. So people will do things. You have crazy people.
look at mixology over there hating on the faceless people. Don't hate on us faceless people.
No, sometimes it's probably good that you stay faceless. You know?
I'm like,
And
when
it is.
my appearance has something to do with what I'm saying, I'll come on camera.
Hold on. That's a good point. That's a good point, Monty. It's so many faceless people and so many people with fake avatars and pictures and stuff. You never know. Now, if I ran up on you, everybody know how I look. If I ran up, oh yeah, that was Mz.Teavalocity, because I show my real face. But we'll never know who Duchess is if she ran up on us because we have never seen her real face. No, I'm just
I'm laughing. That's my sinister laugh.
but you see what I'm saying? Some people we've never seen. So shit, some people can live just right down the street from us, round the corner. They could work the same place we work. You know, this world is a small world. It's a big world, but a small world. You know what I mean? Hell, some of the people that I know might watch me or may run across me on YouTube might work with me.
Facts.
Might live right down the street.
I'm
And you know,
sorry.
I'm on here, look, I'm on here talking shit. Yeah, pull up. I'm going to break your face. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to drag you and your kids this and hold you to. And I don't even know how you look. And you and I are in the grocery store together. And then you start whooping my ass. And I'm like, well, what happened? No, you was that Mz.Teavalocity who was talking smack to me. Or we never know. It could happen. Right? It could happen. I don't know. Hopefully it won't happen. But I told y'all, I don't know if I told y'all one time, I thought, y'all, and this could have been in my head, but I ain't going to take it lightly, that someone was across the street from where I used to live at, across the street, taking pictures of my house, right? My house wasn't on the market. And when I pulled up, I saw them. Now they look familiar. And I told Diva about it too. I told Diva, right? But anyway, when I pulled up into my driveway, they hurried up and turned and got in the car. That's some for real shit. Mm-hmm.
You got any cases pending? Was that a process server? I'm just playing.
No, I ain't had no cases pending. Mm-mm. Else they would have came up and handed me the paper when I would have gotten my house. They would have knocked on my door. No, it looked like they was taking pictures, but it don't have to be. You know, I have a content creator tell me they have been spotted in public. So yeah, it's very possible. I just want to see them coming. Yeah, that's all I do. I just want to see them coming so I could defend myself. You know, but you know, like I rolled up on Tita. She didn't even know. But I love me some Tita. But I rolled up on her in the store right down the street from me. She never knew I was coming, and she was on live.
And that would have been dope if you would have just jumped on a live. Like,
no, I did. No, she did. Because I said, hey, miss. I said, hey, miss. And I just had on a jacket, jeans, and my hair in a ponytail. And I said, hey, miss. And at first she didn't turn around. Then I said, oh, miss, you don't know me. Then she turned around and said, oh, Lord, Mz.Teavalocity. And then her and I talked for a while. But what if I had a beef with her and I was after, wanting to get after her? You just never know. But anywho, hey, really, B? I saw you was live too, sweetheart. I have to catch your replay. But yeah, you just never know, you guys. So I don't take things too lightly. I mean, I ain't walking around scared, but I was like, damn, that was strange. And I don't even want to say the time that it was, but at that particular time, now I'm gonna leave that alone. The reason why I thought that it was possible. I thought that it was possible that because these people come obsessed and they are cult-like minded for different content creators.
Uh-huh. See, I told you it's not the quote unquote content creators. It's them crazy followers.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It don't have to be the content creator. It could be a follower. You having beef with the content creator, they feel compelled to go out there and defend, like they feel compelled to go and chats and windmill. Well, they feel compelled to go out and do some bodily harm to you. I mean,
That's so weird.
Once I had this lady always pull up on the side of my house in a white car. So I went outside ready for violence and went straight up to her car and stood there. And then she left and never came back. Yeah, but see, that's something scary.
But then you never figured out why they were there
I was
like
about
that.
to. That's what I was about to say, Duchess. And Sephora, you never found out why she would do that, right? Why she was doing that, but she never came back. This person turned so fast when I was coming down the road, and I lived in a cul-de-sac, like, and so in the back it was just a roundabout way, and there was plenty of bushes back there. Just it was just a lot, and then there was some houses, but you know how you have that space, and I was driving and I could see her looking at my house, looked like she was taking pictures, and I don't know. And then when I pulled up, I slowed down because I had noticed her, right? So I kind of slowed down. And as soon as I was turning to go up into my driveway, she jumped in the car and pulled off. I was like, damn, who is that? What was that about?
Mhm.
So sometimes you might,
You've been messing with somebody's man?
nah, not at all.
don't, don't pay me no mind. I keep trying to
Not at
tell y'all,
all,
don't pay me
girl.
no
That's what I was thinking. Damn, am I messing with somebody's husband? No.
mind.
No.
You come out and you be sitting on full flats. It's like,
Ooh,
oh
you know
no,
that's right.
what
You
I
know that's
do?
right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, y'all.
So,
I gotta get out of here for real.
all right, and I'm ready to get out here. She was looking for a man. He was due home by 4:30.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what Sephora. That's what Sephora, because her man was always home by 4:30. So she must be talking to Sephora. Yeah,
Mm,
troll alert. Get him the fuck out of here. Let us gossip in peace. The fuck? What troll alert? Oh, I don't see him.
yeah, I don't know about that.
And let us
All
gossip
right.
in peace. I don't
Well,
know
y'all
who
be
that.
good in these here
All
streets.
right.
Be safe.
Facebook. Hey, yeah, be safe. You all be safe. Make sure that we still remain vigilant in washing our hands, wearing our mask. Okay, wearing our mask and other things too, because something is still out there. We were all sick for the holiday. We were all sick, and our family had, the little Omarion.
I
One,
have
yeah.
not gotten that mess. I haven't got the flu, none of that. I've been good. Knock on wood.
Oh, good, good, good.
As I just coughed. No.
Well,
All
they
right,
show
y'all.
up
I'll
like
see y'all. I'll see y'all around in these here streets.
all right, thank you so much, Duchess,
Peace.
for joining me again. I'm gonna drop the link one more time, and then I'm gonna get ready to get out here because Diva was coming up here. So I don't know. I stayed home one day to catch I wonder why they was coming by 4:30 all the time, every day. You said it was every day. Maybe Sephora. Maybe they lived in that house, or someone they know lived in the house passed away. It could have been anything, and they used to come by every day. That certain time, maybe for a reason. They didn't bring you any harm, and they took off and never came back. So I don't know. Yeah, y'all better ask Sephora. Was she messing with someone's husband? Y'all was asking Mz.Teavalocity, Sephora, not me. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. I don't know who this is, Nameless, but hello, Nameless. Thanks for joining me. As always, I appreciate everybody who stopped by to join me, whether you're a troll or not. I don't know, but they were always eating and never paying attention to me. Oh, my, that's crazy. I'm so glad to see you, Monty. Donna Hughes, glad to see you. And you guys, we go get ready to get out of here. Oh, here come my queen. Here come my sister. Hey, sissy.
Hey, girl, you know I be all confused when dropping the link, trying to come on live and all that good stuff.
I know. I was going, Diva, is that you? Is that you? And you just dropped off. What's going on, sis?
Nothing much, child. Just
Diva.
enjoying the
Remember
show.
I
I'm
told you about the
enjoying the
time
show.
after somebody was saying,
I know.
good, good.
Yeah, but of
Good.
course I'm not
Remember
worried
that
because you
time,
know how
Diva,
to.
I told you that?
Of course I wasn't worried because you know how to handle yourself. So if they
Yeah.
run down, they better run down right. Yeah. So it was an excellent show, sis.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see you back on this year. Happy
Thank
New Year
you.
to everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll come on a little more, you know, but you know I've been working like a damn Hebrew slave.
Well, not me because
Gee,
I've been
boy, in
out with
12 hours.
COVID. So I'm feeling much better
Yeah.
now, but I was really sick thanks to your
But
contaminated.
Diva always play her sickness up, y'all. She always play her sickness up. Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you something about Diva, y'all. And this is the funniest thing. Now she was down my house for the holiday. She was here, right?
The contaminated house.
So hold on. The contaminated house, they said I brought the C19 in because I work in the field, right? And I was doing just fine, right? Prior to that, I had a cold. I treated it like a cold. I got the hell on because I had to work and I worked the holiday, right? She everybody said I contaminated the house and they were sick and stuff like that. So let me get these trolls out of here. Girl, they
Yeah,
be
they
coming to
didn't.
heavy now, but they ain't the only, we're not the only, everywhere I go.
I know that's
They,
why I don't like to come on the platform because I need to get
oh,
the
don't
troll.
worry about it, girl.
But you on
They
top
fine.
of it. You on top of it.
Yeah.
Those
So
haters.
anywho, so this is Diva, right? Diva is really dramatic, y'all. And I don't know me. I get sick. I try to get well and get the hell on, right? Diva is the worst. So I told my daughter, she don't know this, but I'm gonna tell my daughter's story. I said, "Oh my gosh, so and so is sick." I said, "Oh wow, she ain't gonna get better until she go get a steroid. She just believes she gotta have this goddamn Z pack and all this stuff, right?" So Diva, every day I call her, "Hey sis, how are you? You know, I'm working, I'm getting." She said, "Oh yeah, I ain't feeling no better yet. My chest hurt now, and oh my head hurt, and oh my stomach hurt. I can't even move." And I said, "Oh my gosh, she is so freaking dramatic." I said, I knew she was just gonna be just so dead to the world, right? So I told my daughter, I said, just wait. I said, just wait. She got a couple more days, and she gonna go to the doctor on the 4th. I said she gonna go to the doctor and she gonna get all this shit from the doctor, and a day later she gonna be feeling fine. She gonna be feeling fine once she get this Z-Pack. I said it's in her head, but I said I told my daughter, I said why? So I called Diva. Diva go to the doctor and stuff. She just been sick as a dog until the day she go to the doctor. She's still sick, right? They give her the Z-Pack, her favorite. I don't know why she love an antibiotic and the Z-Pack and all that stuff. She loves it, right? And the inhaler and all the shit. And I'm like, really, really. Soon she got that stuff, y'all. She was feeling better. She said, "Oh,"
No good.
she said, "I feel better." So I told my daughter. I said, she feel
And
much.
your daughter just like me.
I said
Just like
it's
me.
in her head. She has to have disease. I said she's gonna be fine. I said, why did you go? And you know, I'm just like a go get 'em. Like, you know, I knock the shit out, keep it going, right? I can't lay around like, oh, I'm just so sick. Oh, my head hurt, my chest hurt, everything on her body hurted until she got that Z-Pack. She
You's
got
a lie because I
no,
tested
that's not a lie.
positive
That's
for
my
COVID
daughter.
and I didn't get the Z pack this time. Think about it. I got something similar to the Z pack.
Similar to the Z-Pack.
Erythromycin.
That's
Okay.
the Z-Pack.
But
Zithromycin, baby.
I cannot believe
Zithromycin. That's the Z-Pack.
I
Just
can't no, it's amoxicillin. It's amoxicillin.
they the same,
Okay,
basically.
but anyhow, you ought to be ashamed of yourself because I was really sick.
And then check this out. She said, Tiva, she said, they gave me this breathing pump. So I'm thinking, she said, yeah, they gave me this, breathing pump, and I think I might need to use it. Right? I said, why didn't you just use the inhaler if you thought that you could? She said, because I think my chest now is kind of bothering me and I might need it. She videoed me because I'm thinking that she has the mask. I'm thinking, okay, they gave it albuterol and they gave her a machine and stuff. And normally is the mask thing, but they got the one you inhale. She said, how do you use it? She said, how do you use it? I said, well, I'm trying to explain to her before we got the video. I said, well, open the canister. I said, and then open the valve. Diva, I gotta do it, okay? I
That's
gotta
all
do it.
right. That's
She
all
said,
right.
open, she said, I said, and then you open the valve and you put it down into the chamber and you put the mask on. I didn't know she didn't have the mask. She had the breathing one. So we got through it. So she videotaped me. I mean, she called me video, what they call a dual video thing. And I gotta love her. She said, I can't get this thing in here, Tiva. She said, I just can't get this thing down here. I said, well, Diva, the whole thing don't fit in the chamber, baby. I said, you have to take the top off and squirt the liquid. Well, if you never used it, you don't know.
Exactly.
You really don't know if you don't, you know. But I was like, oh, when she kept saying, I can't get it down here. And I'm looking and I'm like, hold the phone, hold the phone up, Diva, so I can see it, because I get frustrated, don't I? I hate to say it. I have very I'm like, hold it up, Diva, so I can see it. So she trying to hold the phone, hold the chamber, and take the top off. I said, screw the top off, baby. Just screw the top off. But keep me on the phone so I can see it, so I can see it.
Oh
but
my
we
God.
ended up doing it. So she ended up puffing it. I said, so call me when you finish. Baby, she puffed it. Because the mask, she just put the mask on, put the liquid, the albuterol or whatever in the chamber, and then you'll see as it starts to disintegrate the smoke that, the treatment is over.
I couldn't breathe.
She couldn't breathe.
Right. See, the hell with you, Tiva, because I know what my chest was feeling tight.
So she said, I know what my chest was feeling tight. I told y'all she was sick, deathly sick. She said, oh, I can't get out the bed.
That's all right. That's all right.
I feel bad. I wish I was there to help you.
And your daughter acts just like me.
And I'm doing this like, okay. I mean, life goes on, get the ass up and get going, get you some air. All right. So anyway, so once she took the inhaler, y'all, she called me. She said, yeah. Ooh, I feel much better. She said, yeah, I feel better.
You.
I said, I knew that. I told my daughter, I said, she's going to be sick up until we get the CPAC and the inhaler and all. I said, what you go get all that shit for? Why did you go get that? She said, because I
tested positive for COVID. You go to hell, Tiva.
And then she didn't know she had COVID, though. She didn't know she had C-19.
Well, your whole house had it. Everybody in there was testing positive.
Maybe so. I don't know.
The carrier. You the carrier.
They said I was a carrier. I kept it moving. I treated it like a cold, and I kept it moving. And I ain't get sick like that. But on the serious side, you gotta love her. It was a nebulizer. Yeah. I thought I said nebulizer. Normally you just put them on, but they have different ones now that you could just take, and have. So that's the one she had, and I didn't know. So I was telling her, yeah, just put it in the mask, because I didn't know she did, what type of nebulizer she had. So I'm like, yeah, just put it in the mask. Then I looked, I said, that ain't no mask. Oh, I said, okay, that's the one. And so, but that was so funny, you guys. But I know my sister, she fake sick. I mean, well, she really sick.
Fake. Oh my God.
Look, she says that's how I feel about the IV. I want an IV every time I go to the ER.
That's right. It makes you feel better.
It does. Sometimes psychologically, those things make people feel better. I'm not, on the serious notes. Some things psychologically just make us feel more comfortable. Even if we were suffering something, or having some type of problems that we could really take care at home, going to the hospital make us feel better. The most
Yeah, I wasn't going to the hospital. I went to my primary physician. She handled everything. She knew I was sick. Soon as she saw me come in the door looking like that. Now, I can't stand you, sis.
I just can't. Can't, y'all. She has the albuterol sulfate and hypertrophy and bromide. I don't know. Girl, left hand Libra, please. Don't tell her that, because she will go and tell them. She will write that shit down and go and tell them, yeah, and I need albuterol sulfate. Yeah, I know. That's what they told me, Tiva. I said, that's what the placebo effect. Right, Monty. Right, Monty. The placebo effect. Thank you. That is the exact thing, the placebo effect. They do it all the time.
I can't believe you.
But I love her. I
I
love her.
bet you do.
But I tell you, I said, oh my gosh. She gonna be
Now, could I ask the question?
Of course, you could always ask me anything.
Look, who's more dramatic, me or your daughter?
My daughter.
Okay.
Oh, God,
all right. She's just like her auntie.
Oh, they both alike. They are both alike. Oh, it drives me crazy. It's like, come on now, shit, you got to push through some stuff. My daughter said, Mom, you are just so, she said, you are so mean, Mom. You just so, what she always say to me? She said, Mom,
you don't care.
not empathetic. No. She
No.
said, Mom, you are just so emotionless or something.
No,
She,
right.
She said, you just don't care. I said, no, you just have to push through some things. But
no emotion whatsoever.
I do. I am sympathetic.
I don't even know why I call you. I would never call you again when I'm sick.
Probably after I told the story. Sis.
Yeah.
You know, you can always call me.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just gonna suffer.
As for them both together. No, she just had the albuterol. Then she also had the inhaler. She just had the Z-Pack. And then they gave her
for 7 days.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she loves it. She loves all that stuff. I try not to take it.
But I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. Thank God.
Oh, look at she done took a screenshot of what the lady said. Left hand Libra. Look, Monty gonna ask for it. I don't know, you guys. She feeling better. Thank God she feeling better. You know, all jokes aside, I really appreciate my sister because she travels here every year, no matter what, to visit and to be with me and my family for the holidays. And she knew we were sick. She knew they were sick. They were sick, you know. And so she still came down here and took the change. I mean, she still came down here and took a chance, and I love her and I appreciate her for that, you know. But
well, thank you, T-Velocity. Well, thank you, T-Velocity.
Yeah, my best friend. That's my real best friend. That's my road dog. We were so sick we couldn't go to the casino. I said, oh, hell no. I said, oh, no, not the casino. Oh, we were sick. Anytime we could go to the casino, we were sick. Trust me.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Nate, how are you? Happy New Year's. And Monty, see, you're a smoker. The way my lungs set up, you used to smoke. The way my lungs set up, oh, I'm asking for, oh, really? Now, you know what the bad thing is? I don't really suffer with my lungs, and you know I'm a smoker. But when I get a cold, I have a persistent cough, and is for a long time, unless I get me some promethazine, either with codeine or without codeine. I have to have promethazine to stop my cough from being for a long period of time.
Leave them cigarettes alone.
Yeah,
they're bad for your lungs.
I know they are. I do. Yeah, thank you, Monty. I give Diva a hard way to go, you know, but she's truly my ride or die. She really is. She always there whenever I need her, no matter what. She supports me through whatever. I can say tomorrow I'm going to build a tiny house. Oh, good, Tiva. I'll be there with you. You could do it. You could build a tiny house. Ain't never picked up a hammer and nail in my life and don't know no architect, don't know nothing. She'll support me through it all, and I really appreciate that. And I give her a hard way to go sometime. I'm a little hellion. Sometime, but
it's okay.
Smoking keeps lungs active. It is when you quit, you have to exercise them to get them back healthy. Okay, yeah. I just need to quit smoking.
Oh, she loves them smokies.
I noticed my at-home breathing treatments weren't as effective as the one in ER. Absolutely no, because they give you different medications in the ER sometimes. And then again, a lot of things depend on your insurance. That's how they prescribe medications. That's how they treat you. Believe it or not, is it depends on your insurance. Yep. So sad thing.
All right, Tiva, I'm out of
All
here.
right,
I've been on
baby.
here long enough. I'm
Thank you,
missing my
sis.
TV. I
All
need to
right,
go
we
watch
watch a little
television.
TV. We go watch a
Yeah.
couple of game shows. They only give you albuterol for your home nebulizer, but your doctor can't give you a script for other ones to use in your home nebulizer at Mixology Plus. Left-handed Libra is very knowledgeable. They do, and then again, like I said, it depends on your insurance. So, with that being said, we gonna get ready to get out of here. And I'm going to play my music, but I got something new for you guys. I told Diva I am learning how to edit. Watch this. I'm
All
proud of
right.
it. It took me a long damn
Thanks,
time to
girl.
do.
I'm so proud of you.
I
All
did
right
that.
now.
I'm kind
I'm
of
so
proud of
proud
myself.
of
So
you.
I'm working on some editing. So I'll see you later, sis. Thank you so, so much. And thank you, everybody who joined me tonight. But you know, we always get out here on this note, right? I
All
appreciate
right.
you, sis.
All
Thanks for
right. The pleasure show
looking at
out.
this, and thank you for the Cash App. You know who you are. I don't say names unless you want me to, but I don't do that. I don't say names, but yeah. So I'm working on learning how to edit, you guys. I figure I better learn myself, and that was something I put together as my outro. But of course, you know, I have to say my little spiel, and I guess I'll upload and say that. You know, nope, that's not the one. If you see your king's crown crooked, help him straighten it out. Up. If you see your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princess. They are joint heirs. They are future. They looking to inherit something other than stress, right? And drama. They looking at her. I hope we all are still trying to build generational wealth. And as always, be a blessing and not a bother. It doesn't take much to bless someone. Simple. Hello, how are you? You look beautiful today. Can I grab that coffee for you? Oh, I'll hold that door. I love that hat you have on. You have a beautiful smile. It doesn't take monetary things to bless someone. Just simple acts of kindness can be a big blessing to someone. With that being said, I'm going to run this again. Thanks for joining me, my beautiful co-host, the Bootleg Duchess. Monty, is always a pleasure to see you, my virtual daughter. Everyone else, Sephora, Desiree, Duchess, Spill It Boy stop by, Pizarro stop by, Really Be TV. Donna Hughes is always good to see you, Michi Black. Rita, I don't know where you are, but before I get out here, I want to say this. I wish you and your family the best for the New Year's, baby. I hope all is well. Rico, again, much love to you. I'm always going to speak from my heart, you know. Um, Love is real. You deserve to be loved like anyone else. But with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to run my little thing I did today because this will be my outro. Goodbye. Be safe. Bye-bye.